Welcome to part two. I'm joined by Andy. How are you doing, Andy?
Thanks, us, yeah. Oh, good.
What are you doing here? You having a drink?
I've, I've actually poured myself a wee vodka, yeah.
Let's have a look.
Cheers. Good
Lovely.
health. It's a JJ White Wave vodka. So I've hardly had any drink over this. Well, for a few issues going on, so I've not really had any drink over the festivities. So apart from one day out, but so I thought, why not?
Yeah.
Seeing as I'm on Porky's Corner, why not have a wee
Listen, mate.
vodka
You want it main men now. You're in commission now. Oh,
in the
commission
commission?
lads like you, mate. If you get accepted, you're in, mate.
You're in,
You're
like the
in.
Masons.
Right, mate. I'm just
What you drink yourself?
I'm drinking a Macallan whiskey. It's I had a bit of whiskey a few years ago. I can't remember how long it was ago. I did a video, and do you remember? Do you know what the Scottish kid Andy Patterson
Right. Okay.
on Boxing Asylum, Andy
Yeah.
Patterson. He said, "Oh, I think he's seen video." And he went, "Oh, where did is that whiskey? Where you get that whiskey from or something?" I think he might have seen something in the background, and I said, I can't remember what I said. And he said, "I'll buy one off you." And I said, "Well, I'll send you one up." So he sent me his address. I sent him one up. I didn't want note for it. I said, "You want to come on channel?" He went, "Yeah, came on channel." He's only been on once that time. So,
Uh-huh.
and he's a better, listen, he's like Kent, a lot sharper than me. They're 10 times better. They've seen a lot more boxing than me, and they know loads more than me. He's a lot better boxing lad than me, but he does Asylum, doesn't he, on a Sunday. But I've never really been a massive whiskey fan. And I was
Mm.
downstairs earlier, and I seen that box, and I can't remember. I can't remember who gave me it now. If it were Dennis, I know that the kid with the McLaren at Kent gave me the whiskey.
Yeah.
It must have been Dennis who would give me this then, because Dennis, yeah, it must have had an house full or something. Or with that
That's,
rum. I forget
that's,
now, but it's Macallan anyway, so apparently it's a deer whiskey, like.
that's a Macallan glass. That glass is my pal Bruce. He comes down here to watch the boxing, and he likes his whiskies. He likes single malt whiskies, but I just have a few vodkas. But I mean, he can tan a whole bottle, no problems himself. Like, but he likes his whiskey, aye. But I had some of this the other night that I bought that myself, just because I quite fancied it. I'm not a whiskey drinker myself, but this Stroma, it's a malt whiskey liqueur. It's from Old Pulteney Distillery, which is in Wick, right up. It's up near John O'Groats,
How much is that
and
about?
that's only 20 quid a bottle. That's you get that in Tesco.
Well, this is
Nice.
supposed to be about 300 quid a bottle, this.
Oh, Macallan, aye, Macallan's an expensive one, yeah. I've got a pal that collects whiskies. Like he says, it's a, it's a good idea to buy. He was talking about buying a barrel of whiskey. Yeah, it's a good investment. I mean, my dad worked in distilleries for 35 years. He says you can buy a barrel, but sometimes you can get problem with, if you heard of the angel share, but you get evaporation, you can have spillage of that. So when you buy a barrel, when it comes to mature, if you keep it for 20 years, whatever, might not be as much in it as you think. Yes. So
This is an '05. This
an oh 05.
an '05, and I've had it years. I've had it
Mm,
ages. I've had it before I moved here.
yeah.
Uh,
But
so
but
maybe
I mean I don't drink whiskey, but I drunk some of that Stroma stuff, but I didn't like the way it made me feel actually. I felt a bit some
my,
people shouldn't
my
drink.
mate choked his missus out, then his mother-in-law on whiskey.
I can make some people doesn't agree with them, and I mean I
That's what
don't
I
drink
only
it.
told my son about 7 this afternoon.
Sorry.
So I only poured myself about 7 this afternoon. No, in fact, not even afternoon. It's 5 to 11 on a Thursday night. Pop
Thursday
back.
night, aye. I mean
Anyway,
I'm just a happy drunk, but when I drunk that Stroma stuff, I thought, oh, I didn't like that. I felt a bit stick to the vodka, I think.
well, I'd have thought I'd have thought it'd be whiskey where what all you Scotchmen drink up there, Andy.
Yeah, a lot of them do, yeah. But you'll probably find Scottish people in general just like drink. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, not all Scottish people are like Ramsey Nesbitt, though, are they, Andy?
No, that's it.
Hey?
That's the stereotypical. Do you ever watch Still Game? You get that down with you? Still Game, that's quite funny, eh?
No,
Uh,
what's like when it's on?
it's about old guys. It's just about these old guys that a lot of this time spent in the pub, but they always got up to adventures and that. I'll send you a link down off of YouTube. There's probably some stuff on YouTube. It's quite funny. Huh? It's quite good.
Yeah, I've just got a text here. I can't say who this is off. Hang on, let me just ask if. Here, am I all right to say that's off you?
Sorry.
I'll be quiet a second. I've just sent him a voice text. I bet you say fucking no, pop, pop, bang. Oh, I'm just waiting. Somebody just. Ah! You fucking coward. Right, I've just heard off somebody. Well, I can't say. Do you know what? No surprises he does it. They'll want to protect the bases, don't they? Because I'm like, they point me one direction and people start jumping on the tables, don't they? But he's just said to me that Eddie and Calla, right, are trying to make the Saunders Eubank fight. How's about that one? For a Porky's Corner exclusive. Pop, pop, bang. And I'm
There
not
you
even
go.
gonna put it, I'm not even gonna put it in the thumbnail because I can't be fucking arsed because thumbnails are done. It's coming to end it year and that's it.
That's it.
I'm just gonna
Winding it
lose
down.
it then tonight and tomorrow and blah blah blah, and then on Monday, no, on New Year's Eve, I'm gonna just go up to the factory and I'm gonna play pool for about 8 hours on my own. And no friends, nobody there. I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
whacking down. 8 hours sesh. That's a
Just the
sesh.
just the noise of the balls, eh?
Just the noise of the balls and the noise of me saying it's fucking table level.
How's your fitness regime going?
I think I've
These,
leveled it now. Like my eyes are going. I think the older you get. When I was 15, I could do things with cue ball, and people were like mesmerized. But when you get older, you can't do it no more because your
you got a
eyes.
pair of Dennis Taylor specs.
Well, yeah, I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't do that, mate. I'm a blind man, but
How's your
no,
fitness regime going?
fitness is going all right. Yeah, I'm 12
Uh,
stone free. So I was about 11 free. So I think I put a stone on in about 6 weeks. So that's good. But I'm
that's
on
good.
that full fat, whatever, and them drinks. So it's healthy
Yeah.
that's going in me. It ain't shit that's going in me. To get
Is that
that.
like I can't remember the name of them.
It
Kind of
was
milky.
it was diet whey, but it's now whey, if you know what I mean.
Right.
It's not the diet one. So I'm off that
Yeah.
now. I'm on because I went to far, didn't I? I went from like nearly 29 stone to just under 9. I can't do things normal like every fucker else, can I?
Uh,
So I'm hoping to keep this weight, about this weight.
yeah.
And I'd like to get to 12 and a half and then stay at that.
I need to lose about half a stone, but I had a good swim today. I did 62 underwater lengths today. I was swimming for about an hour, but the pool was freezing as well. There was no no hot water in the showers. It was cold showers and everything. The giant the boilers burst or something. So that's the coldest shower I've ever had. I actually felt like a brain freeze when I was
Listen,
washing my hair.
I'm not being funny, Andy, but you're like every time I speak to you. Are you a member of a gym or something? Because no
Yeah,
man. Well, that's why you go every single night for your swim
yeah.
because you're a Scotsman and you're tight. You
I'm
think,
tight. I
well,
get my money's worth.
I'll have a swim and I'll have a free shower. Save me turning shower and because I've paid for it every month. Is that what you're thinking? I used to be like that when I remember at Ellaby Hall, over here. It's only up at road. I thought when I remember there was to be like, no, I'm going. I'm paying for it. 40
Going to
quid
use it.
a month. You are.
you're going to use it. You've got the membership. So I know somebody that joined there has paid like 500 quid for the year, and I went once in the whole year for a swim.
Joking me.
That's madness. Eh?
Aye.
I could never. It's just madness. I go as much as I can. I just for a while I was going, and I found myself sitting in the sauna more than swimming. You know, I'd still swim, but no enough. But now I kind of just swim now. Just keep
Hey,
swimming
you
now.
know what car in it? Because I know you're an engineer and that. Do you know what car I nearly bought today? Oh, it was touch and go, and you know, I kept going over it in my head. You know, what, why do I need to change it? But this car, I've just got it in my head for a few days, last few days. I don't know if my head's gone. That I need a Honda CRV. This were an 18 plate Honda CRV, but it were an auto one. Anyway, when I went to look at it, I walked down this driveway. They come out and they must have thought I was trying to rob them. This old couple, this is in Bramley. So yeah, hey up, love. Whoa, they were like having an heart attack. Oh, that's 22,000 mile on clock. It was cheap as well for dropped on here. They were shitting the pants, so phoning the police. What are you on about, love? I've come to buy a car. You don't look like the type to drive a car like this. Anyway,
They're really good cars. Eh? They're good cars. CRVs.
about 10 minutes, they were all right. So I've
Aye.
got sat in it and that. And straight then, I was sat in the driver's seat. And I said, jump in then. So I pulled in the seatbelt and they went, no, no, no. She goes, Cliff, he's trying to drive off in it. I was not that. I was sat there. I didn't even turn the ignition over. Well, he goes, what are you doing? I goes, what do you mean? I'm not going to part with all this. I'm having a test drive. What are you on about? Anyway, and so I never got to test drive it. And you know what? I'm fucking glad anyway now because I don't think it is me. Cliff, you're right. That ain't me, that. But I think, you know, my little lad Reggie kept saying to me, he goes, oh, I love it when you drive slow, Dad. Because now I've got rid of that BMW. So, oh
Aye.
dear. And it was like bothering me, you know, for like a few hours. I was like,
Aye.
oh, you know, because I've been looking for something else. And I thought, God, here we go. I'll go get something slow. Anyway, I couldn't listen. When you can't even get a test drive and you're going with pound notes, what's the problem? What's the point?
Yeah. I'll not get it's a car that would never give you any bother, eh?
No,
Good,
listen,
good.
hey, listen, I've checked all reviews on them and all that, like, and yeah,
Was it a
listen,
diesel?
diesel are, yeah.
Aye, my missus had one of them. I
They're
think
hard
it was
to
only.
get on they're hard to get on an auto. They're mainly petrol on them, but
Was that a 1.6? That'd be a twin turbo one, I think. Is it twin? I think the twin 160 horsepower or something.
yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, this it won't pull you out. It's half what I'm used to, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Aye.
It's like no, I'm not going to say it because it's rude. I think my mum and dad listen now. They didn't used to, so I'm not going to say it's rude. But all right then. You know, I was thinking earlier. People keep going on about gates and what fights pull,
Yeah.
right? At the gate and all this. Somebody said to me, "Oh, what did Dennis's fights used to pull Porky on gate and that?" And I always say this, and I still say it now. Obviously, I didn't get to eat, but I never handled any of that because I didn't like handling because I could see that at the very beginning. I could see there seems to be a problem around money and all that, and I was coming from an environment where I was looking to get involved in something else, and I wasn't really bothered about having a wage, which I didn't get. I didn't get anything
Yeah.
out. I did other things with Dennis, but so I just think that he's just got a dark reputation, hasn't it? Boxing, handling
Yeah.
money. Do you think that, Andy?
Always has it. It goes right back, doesn't it? I mean, like Sonny Liston being.
When people can't even hand ticket, look, all you fighters out there, right? This is how it goes. If you've done 30 grand for tickets, fantastic, but you have to hand that in. and then what happens is they work out what it's going to cost for your
Yeah.
opponent and what and blah blah blah. And you have to put something in pot and all that, and you'll get your cut off at tickets and that. Why can't they just do that? Why are people like matchmakers or people who work behind the scenes having to chase them up? And they're saying, yeah, yeah, I think I've done about 80 tickets. And then you're thinking, brilliant. So then you go, Dennis will go, how many's he done? And I'll go 80. They go, what about him? Has he been training? I'll go, yeah, he's been, Jim. Yeah, he's been training. Yeah. Well, how many tickets has he done? Oh, he's only done 37. Fucking 37? Fucking what? I might have to pull that one. Do you know what I mean? And then you go through it. And then, do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Yeah, it's an horrible sport. You could be waiting all day to get 15 minutes for Big Ron on phone. Because he's that
But
busy.
if you were to compare it to like, say, entertainment, say singers or like a variety show or something, I don't think they expect all the acts to go out and fucking sell all the tickets. Yeah, it should be the promoter that's selling the tickets, really. Yeah.
Yeah, but what there's a difference there, though, isn't there? For example,
Yeah.
I get I'm not bragging here. Well, I get offers all the time. I was going to say then. I've had a couple of offers from people to do like go to an event or something, and they just want to get people who are involved with channel and all that to turn up and
Yeah.
all that and get pissed off and buffy and all that. And I've said no, that's not for me. But a lot of fighters can make money off that, can't they? Behind the scenes,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
The popular ones will do well, eh? But then the ones that are not so well known they'll be struggling, won't they? And that can hold them back a bit, I suppose. Eh?
Well, Dennis's problem when I were there was the fighters weren't. I don't think social media were that savvy, were it, in 2015?
Yeah.
April 2015, we're going back to. Liam Cameron was there, uh, a few of us, but Sheedy. But they weren't big, they didn't have big followings on social media and they weren't engaging kids. They weren't that bothered about doing interview after interview, going on about how hard they were and how tough upbringings they had and if they've been in trouble and all that. A bit like Kell Brook. You never really saw Kell Brook coming through ranks, doing loads of interviews, going on about
No.
this and that and blah blah blah. He's not that type of kid, is he, Kell Brook? He
Try to
strikes.
tell a story sort of thing, eh? But
Yeah,
no,
Kel
never.
Strikes was that kid that won't be up for that and just goes about his business, trains, invests, and all that. I heard he's pretty professional, as his trainer is. I give Flex a bit of stick on here, don't I? Because three people failed dope tests at his gym, but let's have it right. He he's bang on about the nutrition. I've had a look at some of them things, recipes. They're bang on, them. And
Like,
some of his recipes, they use it. The Claremont in Sheffield at Broom Mill, where I had my gastric. Roger Ackroyd and them. Some of their diet staff use some of them recipes that Dominic Ingle uses. So he must shit. You
yeah,
know,
like you said in the past, though, he can't control what fighters are putting in their body outside the gym. Eh? That's
can't, but I do give him loads of stick, don't I?
mm,
But getting back to Kel and them, look, Kel dedicated, isn't he?
yeah,
But it
yeah,
is. But all right. Did you know that Gene Tunney, Jack Dempsey, was the first $1 million gate?
yeah. Remember hearing that. Gene Tunney was a brilliant boxer, wasn't he? Muhammad Ali copied a lot of his moves, didn't
Somebody keeps emailing me and going on about it. You never mention it.
he? Mm,
I do not mention it a lot, no, but I always mention, Jack Dempsey because I was a big, massive Jack Dempsey fan. But I do know that the actual fight generated 120,000 fans, and the actual dough off it worked out at something like $8 and so many cents, with 34 cents or something.
a lot
Something
of
like,
money there, isn't it?
I don't know, each seat, although there would have been dearer seats than cheaper seats, but it
Yeah,
worked out at 120,000 people paying $8 something on average each, which
yeah,
generated over $1 million, didn't it? Or just over a million.
mm,
First one, wasn't it? Which is like 100 and odd year ago, isn't it? 103 years ago.
yeah. That was the battle of the long count, wasn't it?
Do you know what?
Or so they
I
said.
Tyson Fury Wilder were a long count, 23
Mm.
seconds. Have you looked?
I've not actually timed it in the first fight.
Well, let me just say this to the Porky followers. Go on to my my most viewed videos, and you'll see it, and you'll see the stopwatch on the video from Wilder flopping the big GK down to his knees till he's on floor like a brass, like a prostitute, to the referee waving the fight on. 23 seconds. Pop, pop, bang on that one.
Is that round 12 in the first fight? Yeah.
Hey, who's that guy who keeps commenting on here? Cameron, keep removing his comments. TLF1 or something. Listen, crawl out of Tyson Fury's owl. You're a grown man. You should be embarrassed some things you keep saying on this comment section. This is why we have to hold them for review for freaks like you. You freak. You freak. I bet you're that guy that was rummaging in Peter Fury's dustbin a few weeks ago in Congleton, aren't you? You freak. I'm one of his
Somebody's
other
making a
gaffs in Oxford. I want you, you freak, going round Peter's dustbins, you weirdo freak.
okay, now raking bins now.
The fanatical, mate.
That's madness, eh?
Do you know what? You know them three ice cubes that I ran downstairs for them? They melted.
Is that for the whiskey?
I put some lemonade in it because I'm pissed. I'm a week back on it, but do you know what? You know what? I'm not a boozer, me. And ask anybody. Dennis is a whiskey man. Dennis, massive whiskey man. Or
Is it?
rum.
Yeah?
Last time I went to Dennis's, yeah, I went there. He says, "Oh, do you want to take one of them boxes there?" He'd been given some boxes of rum. I went, "Yeah, go on then." So I've never had it before. This coconut rum. But
Yeah.
this is really strong shit. This Dennis would be all over this man if he could get his hands on it. Dennis would be laid on his settee now, on his big giant settee. Be laid like that, shirt undone, arm undone for saying, "What do you reckon, Big P, about Liam Cameron? Do we get him in for a European eliminator?" I'd be looking over, there'd be Dennis there pouring a very large one and a bag of balsamic Kenny kettle crisp, you know,
Oh,
balsamic crisp. It'd
they're
be there
nice, huh?
on them. Saying, "What do you reckon? Should we do it? Should we get Liam Cameron, European eliminator? I got Clinton in for British Commonwealth and European. If I can do it for Clinton and Jamie McDonnell, I can and David A. I can do it for Liam Cameron." That'd be Dennis like about 5 a.m., you know, and his like eyes are like piss holes in snow.
Is that when he gets things bubbling? 5 a.m.
He said, "Hey, listen, they're all going like, hey, listen, hey, listen. I swear to God, right, if the border control didn't do anything about, you know, license holders with this boxing and all this white collar, he'd be like, here, go round to Clinton's and get him to come round and that. We'll smooth it, the fallout. You can be buffer in middle." That's what it'd be like, just to get Clinton in ring. I'm telling you now, man. Listen. Big Ron, I know you're listening, you prick. He's all
Big
right.
Ron,
It's all right, unless you start talking boxing with him. He's on a different planet.
Big Ron McCarthy.
Big Big Ron's not a Bacardi man, Big Ron. No, it's bear whiskey with Big Ron and good stuff. Bear whiskey and bear red wine and kettle crisps.
See, somebody told me last week that rum, you're talking about rum, rum's going to be the next gin. It's going to be the next big trendy drink. You know how gin, you have millions of different kinds of gins you get now. Gin's
What?
a huge industry up here, like, in
Gin?
Scotland. But somebody, gin, is
Oh,
that
yeah.
big down with you?
Listen, where we live now, I forgot, but there's a girl round here, down in village. There's a girl who I know was a massive drinker. I forgot the name of it. Is it pink gin?
Oh,
Pink
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
pink gin or
Yeah.
something. That's popular. That's popular up here.
Nah,
Even if you go up, it's a bit swanky up there where Big Ron goes. Where is that? One of the places where he used to take me up there. Ecclesall Road, Sheffield. Because Big Ron swirls with all that football lot, doesn't he? Because he's a
Right.
footballer, isn't he, Big Ron? All that football lot goes swilling up. All Dennis's age. Ex-footballers.
Yeah.
Ecclesall Road, Sheffield. And there's a place up there where I've been with Dennis and Rami, his mate, and Razor, another bloke. When are we gonna? I forgot what it's called because I forget all the names of them, but they did pink gin in there.
Gin bar, maybe.
Kettle Black. It's called Kettle Black. That's where Big Ron has his VIP does that. Kettle
Right.
Black on Ecclesall Road. It's like a nightclub and that. And Ant Tomlinson, Steppy Bullspighter, he's
Right.
does his company does security there. So
Ah, right.
pink gin in there. They're big on pink gin in there. Comes
Yeah.
over a big old like fish bowl job, innit?
Ah.
Like, well, it is, isn't it?
There's a lot of gin distilleries in Scotland now. It's a huge business, gin. It's worth about 3 billion a year.
All you jocks do all day, you just booze all day, don't you? You sign on, no, then you go sit in pub all day, then go kebab house.
Kebab house.
Good in kebab
Yeah,
house.
I know a lot of people who do.
Then you stood in taxi rank, aren't you, in your Graham Sooner Scotland #8 shirt.
Graham
Graham
Souness tracksuit.
Suey.
He was a good player, eh? Good Liverpool man, wasn't he? Even.
What?
But
You
he was a
play?
good player.
Could you
Played for
imagine?
Liverpool.
Could you imagine Graham Souness and Billy Bremner in middle now, Dalglish and Joe Jordan up front?
Jordan.
Hey, for Scotland now. Could you
Alan
imagine?
Hansen in defence.
We 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 uh we Jimmy Johnson on right, and who the kid who played for Forest on left? John Robertson.
John Robertson.
Could have him at left. Jockey Hansen in middle at back.
Archie Gemmill up front as well.
You could have Archie Gemmill as an holding midfielder.
Yeah.
You could have not a problem. Not a problem. You could have
Danny McGrain.
Danny McGrain as left back, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Willie Miller in middle with Alan Hansen.
Yeah. I had I
We could
remember my.
have Ray Stewart as right back.
Yeah.
He played for West Ham and he scored that penalty, didn't he, against
Not
Liverpool in
sure.
1981 Cup final, didn't he? But they had to replay it, didn't they? At Villa Park and Dalglish got winner, didn't he? Remember?
I remember having it was in an 81 and 82 Panini book. Well, I liked Liverpool ones. I
I
loved.
had all that. Listen, mate, I remember getting in a scrap with somebody over a Frank Stapleton swap. We were doing a Frank Stapleton swap for Remy Moses. This is a true story. And I was like, hey, it's all fucking ripped on end. What are you doing here? Give me my Remy Moses back. We were like, what are you on about? We were at it, mate, in corridors, mate. Edlow Hilltop, junior school. That's a true story, mate. Listen, Panini stickers were serious business, and chewing gum
Oh,
was
aye.
chewing gum was serious as well because you could stick it on the school desks everywhere, couldn't you?
Quite a big yellow bubble gum you got them, innit? I used to like football then, but I went away from football when I was about
Hey,
probably 16. I got pissed off for the Celtic Rangers stuff, just all the aggro with that. I just couldn't be arsed with it. So that's why I started watching boxing.
couldn't you? Yeah.
Mm.
Huey's coming back in Feb. What do you think?
Yeah, let's hope we can do something. Do you know who's coming back against? Was it Wardle Chisora fighting him maybe?
No, I ain't heard no, but
Mm.
I want
I'm
to
looking forward to see him back. Get himself in the mix.
well, Huey's 29 now, and people keep saying he needs to get a move on, but why? With 32 fights under his belt, maybe let's just take a step back and maybe be a little bit more careful on who we jump in
Easiest way in there.
a little bit. let's just play a bit of hardball. Maybe they might want to do that. We're going to see, aren't we? But that's how that's how I'd look at it. Let's hope that Yui's going to play a little bit of hardball, and that they'll get the right fight at the right time, because we don't want another defeat on Yui's record, do we?
No.
You know what
Get
I mean?
ease his way back in, and then because he's been matched tough all the way through here, yeah. He's not messed about, has he? He's taken on tough opposition.
What it is with fighters, Andy, it's like Dave Allen, right? I'm not slagging Dave Allen. David's running around telling people he's only 500 yard away. He's running around telling people, "Ah, fucking big P's hammering me." Nobody's hammering David Allen. David Allen's had more chances than anybody. Than anybody. If he's got a problem with turning up to go gym because he's depressed, because he gambles, that's his problem, isn't it?
Mm.
Not my problem. My problem is having to do this channel and having to and having to read shite, waking up in the morning with people that don't
Yeah.
want boxing. But David's got ability, and it's not over for him.
No.
To have a good look at himself and just shut himself away for 3 months, away from every. I wish I could go get him, shake him like a leaf, and kidnap him and make him train for 3 months, because he's got ability.
Yeah.
But it's his own problem. He's in that situation, and the problem you've got nowadays with people is when they're going to do a comeback, they say, "Yeah, I'm going to have so many fights before I get back in mix." When he got with Big Ron, he had a 6-fight deal with Big Ron. He's 4 fights into his 6-fight deal. And he'll be thinking, "God, I've got to do 2 more fights with Big Ron for notes, or pay to put people on show for opponent." That's how it works. It's tough at
Mm.
the top, isn't it? So he might not fight again. But I hope that they'll get him something and he'll come back. But personally, somebody just sent me a picture earlier. Did you see that picture I sent it you, didn't I? What is he?
Eddie Hill.
21 stone or something. Dave Allen.
Is
21.
he?
So
Mm.
he's not going anywhere near anything, is he?
Give me a wasted talent, eh? And he'll look back and regret it in years to come, won't he?
10, 11 stone heavier than me. And he shouldn't be. 6'3", he should be like Usyk. 16 and
16 stone, eh? Yeah.
stone. What was Usyk? 225.
It's about that. He's about 15, 12 or something, isn't he? He's usually, was that about this the last time? So,
220, 225, isn't he, Usyk? Yeah, so it's about right. Usyk's not gonna go to 18 stone thinking he's gonna knock you out.
no.
He's gonna fight to his best of his ability. That's what Usyk's gonna do.
He's disciplined, isn't he? He's got brilliant discipline.
Yes. You wanna go to
What did,
part?
okay.